We're going to go to Mark chapter 7. I don't know if you can have a favorite gospel as far as that's concerned, but I like Mark. It depicts him as the healer. It's really cool. I like it. I'm not saying that there's a scale or some kind of criteria that's met, but I like Mark. Alright, in Mark chapter 7, and starting in verse 1, it says, "Then came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes which came from Jerusalem. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashed hands, they found fault. For the Pharisees and all the Jews, except they wash their hands oft, eat not, holding the tradition of the elders. And when they come from the market, except they wash, they eat not. And many other things there be, which they have received to hold, as the washing of cups and pots, brazen vessels, and of tables. Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, Why not thy disciples according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed hands? He answered and said unto them, Well hath Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, This people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandments of God, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, Full well ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition. For Moses said, Honor thy father and thy mother, and whoso curseth father or mother, let him die the death. But ye say, If a man shall say to his father or mother, It is Corban, that is to say, a gift, by whosoever thou mightest be profited by me, he shall be free. And ye suffer him no more to do aught for his father or his mother, making the word of God of none effect through your traditions which ye have delivered, and many such like things do ye. And when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto them, Hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, which are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable. And he said unto them, Are ye so without understanding also? Do ye not perceive that whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, it cannot defile him, because it entereth not into his heart, but into the belly, and goeth out of the drought, purging all meats. And he said, That which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man. And what he was talking about here with these people is that the Jews that were all over were kind of snobby as far as concerning just literally everybody. Like they were just a cut above the rest, or they were better than you for this reason or that reason. But the Jews that were at Jerusalem thought they were just especially awesome because they happened to be in that city. And Jesus is talking to them and telling them that you have defiled the truth of the Word of God, or brought it to none effect, or watered it down, or diluted it because you hold fast to the traditions of their fathers. Like the traditions that they had, and he uses the example of about father and mother, the traditions that they had trumped or overwrote what God had actually said. So this is something we need to be concerned with in our hearts as far as coming to church and pursuing those things that are God's will in our life. That we can't let the things that we think cloud the way that we should be. We can't let the things that man says are okay, like in accordance with some, and I'm not going to say everybody, because praise God, there are people still trying to do it right in the church. But as far as some people are concerned, we should have a 5-piece band. We should have a parade. We should have programs for days about trying to keep people entertained or doing that. But you have to maintain in your mind and in your heart that if you're coming to church just to come to church, that's not the way to do it. If you're coming to church just to see me, you're absolutely wasting your time because I'm dust and ashes. The thing we have to keep sincere in our hearts, and what Jesus was talking about defiling a man, is that we're coming for God, and everything that we do is for God, and it overwrites everything. And He says, "I come not to join together or unite, but to divide with a sword." And I love my little wife and my little baby, but I love Jesus more. I mean, that's just plain and simple. Like I'm gonna do what I can to serve Jesus, and if she's not coming, no offense, love. If she's not coming, I'm going with Jesus anyway. I mean, that's the thing that Jesus ultimately, He had a lot of run-ins with them, but mostly what He was talking about, and He would always talk about, would be the condition of their heart, because He says, "These things ought ye have done, and let the other undone," and that's concerning giving charity and things like that. They were trying to justify themselves, and we have to keep it sincere in our hearts of the things that we aim at. And God knows our heart. That's the way it should be. But not vanity and not tradition, because anything can easily become a tradition. And as we know, it's said several times in the Bible that tradition is vanity. Mm-hmm. And we have to be careful of that. All right, Pastor, would you dismiss us to our Sunday school?
Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your many blessings. Lord, we thank you for your word. We just pray that as we have come together today to hear your word, that we might, Lord, grow in your grace and to be strengthened with power in our inner men. Lord, to be able to go forth from this day forward and every day that you give to us to be a witness for you. And Lord, to be able to rightly divide the word of truth, to give an answer to every man. Lord, we just pray that you would just bless those who aren't here today for whatever reason. Lord, if they're traveling, if they're sick, Lord, those that are here just because they choose not to be, we just pray that you work upon their hearts. And Lord, we just ask you that you would just use this church.
Yes.
Lord, help us to work together for the furtherance of the faith of the gospel. And Lord, that we might with one mouth and one